Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Sagittarius, I'm going to do a past, present, and future energy reading for you. I'm going to pretty much work with just the tarot. So we're going to get right to the facts, baby. Right to the facts, sort of, with tarot. And, yeah, and then we're going to clarify. We're going to build on that. We're going to see what's going on in the past, or what did go on in the past, what's going on for you right now in the present, and what's going to happen in the future. There is an extended at the end of this reading. The link is at the top of the description if you are drawn to it. And in the extended, I'm going to continue to pull out cards for the future as well as guidance for you moving forward. So let's get started. Sagittarius, Saggy. Past, present, and future energy. Sagittarius. Oh, what a mess. The star. I'm not ready yet. The star. Sagittarius is temperance. Kind of like harnessing the star energy and bringing it to earth. Sagittarius. In the past, you have the Queen of Cups. In the present, you have the Three of Wands. This is looking very nice. Wow, and in the future, you have the Star. What are you up to? Wow. Look at that. Whoa, what's going on here? I've got a whole story underneath. What is going on here? Okay, I'm going to get into this later. It's like the underline is the complete polar opposite of what I see here, which is kind of interesting. I feel like right now, this is all you. This card energy is all you. I'm feeling very much like in the past, you've kind of been putting your heart and your soul into something. You know what? And I love that even if a little bit gets away from you, it's okay. You'll like sharing it. If you're kind of busy and doing something and you have a friend that needs a little bit of help. All right, I'll come on. I don't know. It just feels like a very loving, free. It's very playful, but coming from a very mature, very maternal energy. Yeah, doing something that you love, sharing your love, and everyone around you is so happy. It's like, look, I mean, if you want to think about the water is your emotions, and the Queen of Cups is sharing your feelings and your emotions. And look at the cup runneth over. You're even allowing others to sit in your little chair. And look at, they're all so happy. I just feel like sharing your energy, and everyone around you is so happy about that in the past. But then look, and now in the present, you have the Four of Wands, really celebrating all of this, even like celebrating it. This is such a wonderful thing. This is so beautiful. All of us come together and let's be happy. And then in the future, you have the Star. So almost like getting ready to make more wonderful dreams come true. I want to feel like, look at, you have the kitty cat and the fish, kind of like you had the kitty cat and the fish over here, and you were pouring your water into something not just for you, beyond you. It would have served your purpose here, your higher good with the Queen of Cups, but it's also serving that of others. And now you're getting ready to make something out of all of this pond that you've created. You're getting ready to make something even more that continues to be on some sort of a healing path here. Oh man, you're looking so good doing it. It's just, it's easy. Anyone can do it. So what I feel like you're doing, Sagittarius, anybody can do it. Oh, jeez, because the star has been like really, it was all over Scorpio's reading. It was like, somebody was really watching the star. See where this goes. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do this one more time, and we're going to look at the underline. Something is, it can't be your energy. If it is your energy, it's something you came out of a while ago, and you have the Death card. Then you have the Seven of Swords. Then you have the Tower. Then you have the 8 of Cups. And then you have the 9 of Swords. Do you see what I mean? It is really opposite of what this is for you. I'm sorry, I got the cards. I don't know why. Am I centered? A little off. An ending, a door closing so that a new door can open. Having to sneak through, almost like sneak through the door. This goes beyond your better judgment. I'm just saying you. I don't know. Maybe there's a cross watcher watching you, like you, the audience. Something going on. Maybe it's you, but it doesn't feel like it. Unless it's your past. Something that happened before this. An ending. A door opening and a door closing. But to get there, you have to kind of be covert. You've got to be a little bit covert to do that. Going, I feel like with the Tower, yeah, like either this person, whoever this is, being pushed out of their comfort zone. That's what this is. I have to read it the other way. That's what's wrong here. It starts here. Okay. Somebody is in like big time anxiety over something going on in their head. Like they can't think through something. They can't find a solution that's practical, that can be feasible. And then all these other thoughts start coming in like, well, what if this? And then what if that? And then, oh, and this. And then, and almost like trying to find answers in so many different avenues here with all of these books. And then 8 of Cups, walking away emotionally from something. Like your mental anxiety, emotional distancing. And then I feel like this is it. This is what comes in here. It's to get through this somehow. I don't know if this is someone around you or this is what you've been through until you got to where you are. But there is no way to get beyond this that you could see. This is painful. This is having to walk away from things that have been painful. And the anxiety of all of that too. And then just going a road that you never would have gone down before. You've never gone down before this road. Being forced into something that feels like this is the only solution. And I mean that in a sense, like if you were, there was a guy who this really happened to, right? Like he used to go rock climbing on his own and canyon climbing, and he got trapped down, and wasn't it his hand or his arm or something got stuck, wedged between a rock. There was no way to get out. I think it got to the point where he was either going to starve to death or die of... Sorry, I'm really tripping on this. I had lunch, and I don't know why I'm having difficulty talking now. Yeah, he had to cut his own arm off. Like, it's just something that no one would ever conceive doing. There's like no way. I can't even imagine being pushed to that limit, to that extent. But this is being pushed. Not necessarily to that, but being pushed to some sort of extent. There's no way, there's no other way for me to do this and come out at the other end either alive or with some sort of hope to move forward. And then the Death card. Is this a door closing on this energy? Sorry, the door closing on this energy here? And what opens on the other side? Maybe that's where you come into the Queen of Cups. But it seems like a really weird transition. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. I don't see that. Unless we get clarifiers to tell me something different. All of that, ending in the Death card, doesn't really take you here. No. There's no way. Not the Queen of Cups. Not with the Tower and the 7 of Swords. There's a lot of stuff that has to go on between those 2 points to get to this. Because like what I just described with being trapped in that rock and having no other way out, then there's so much to go through mentally. Like, what did I really just do? And then trying to pick up your life, the pieces of your life again, without that arm or, you know, everything. Yeah, okay, what's it? Oh, I already looked at the bottom. That's what that is. And then it's reversed. I'm going to pull 3 cards out for each one of these. I don't know if this is some sort of energy outside of you. Like, your energy is really light force. Real light force energy here. And that can attract dark. I mean, yin and yang, dark and light. There's something outside of you. I feel like the underlying is something outside of you. So let's look more closely at your past, your present, and your future. It is you. How did you do that? It's the Death card. How did you do that? This is like magic here going on here. The Devil. The King of Pentacles. This is really intriguing. Okay. Your current energy, the Four of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Judgment. Your future, the Star, the Three of Swords, but the Star is healing. Temperance, there you are. Two angel depictions. And the Ten of Wands. What is this? And the Ten of Cups is at the bottom. And that's reversed. Okay. That is you. I mean, I could not be told more clearly by the tarot that you did go from here, all of that to here, to the Queen of Cups. The Death, the Devil, and the King of Pentacles. Wow. This is the energy of Beauty and the Beast. That's how I would describe it. This is the energy of Beauty and the Beast. This is using the most feminine aspect of you, male or female, however you resonate, and using that to cripple toxic masculine energy. But you cripple it and allow it to come out on the other side as healthy and solid and very stable matriarchal energy. Because you take the sickle. Oh my gosh. Wow, what an interesting story. Okay, because this Death card here, it looks more like a masculine energy. And are they doing it? They're not doing it. You need to cut it. You need to cut that string. And I just feel like the feminine energy coming in and saying, that's enough of this shit. That's it. And the Devil. It doesn't scare you. It's so interesting. It really is like going into the gates of hell and coming out on the other side. Like Venus incarnate. Like, it's all good now. It's all good, guys. Everything's good. The Devil's good. He's okay now. I tricked him. Well, maybe you. Oh, maybe you did. How did that come out of my mouth with the Seven of Swords? I tricked him. I played this little game. I don't know what. But on the other side, the masculine energy comes out here. Like free, non-toxic, stable, abundant, self-sufficient. No animosity, nothing like that. Oh, this is so intriguing. This is like a really deep reading. I don't usually get something like this from Sagittarius. And I don't mean that in a bad way. This is like almost scorpionic deep, like your neighboring energy. What an interesting little tale. Okay. So here in the future, you have the Four of Wands. It's a celebration. All coming together in joy and happiness, creating beautiful magical rainbows. The Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and Judgment. It's like, oh, it's almost like heralding a new earth. It just feels like heralding a new earth. This new earth can be your home, can be where you work, can be your greater community, healing it, allowing it to rest, allowing it become more than it's ever been, but it can grow into even beyond what you could imagine. I have to say, this is one of the most intriguing, like, story energies I've ever find myself falling into. And in here you have this double angel energy. You have the star, the betterment of all. See, that's what this is. That's where this is going. It's heralding a new earth. You're heralding a new earth somehow. It's this whole story here, how this transforms. This is how you go into the Queen of Cups after all that terrible negative energy. It's almost like the Grim Reaper, whoever, or even the Devil. These two energies feel kind of intertwined a little bit. No, it's interesting because these are the energies on either side of you. Scorpio and Capricorn. Like, yeah, like being between a rock and a hard place. And imagine, if you will, this is what I'm seeing. This is how I'm seeing this depiction, is hanging on a string from a small rope and falling into an abyss off a cliff is where the situation is about to sit for you. And above, on top of the cliff, is this dude just watching. Yeah, are you going to help me? Are you going to put me out of my misery? What are you going to do? I'm just going to watch you hang here and suffer. No. It's like this movie scene in my head. And you reach up and you grab his arm, his hand. And for a second, the Grim Reaper thinks you're going to pull him over, but you don't. You bring the sword down and you cut the rope and you fall into the abyss. That's what it feels like. It's like, screw you and your parameters, man. I'm out of here. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I'm falling into the deepest, darkest pits of hell. I'm going to fix all that energy. It'll be good. I don't know. I know my readings don't often go to, this is how this person feels and this is what's going on in their life. This is an energetic reading about a huge transformation of energy, like alchemizing pain and hurt, anxiety, depression, catastrophic change, being pushed to a limit you've never been pushed to before, and just saying, whatever. Very Sagittarius on that level, kind of. Yeah. And then this is what you're doing. Like, this, I'm intrigued by where this goes. So the star, healing the broken hearts, healing the mechanisms that surround us, that govern how our hearts should beat. Healing these mechanisms. The heart should not be a part of the industrial equation. And then temperance, there you stand. You're almost like you're bringing these two, you're alchemizing these hard, heavy burdens that may keep people out in the dark, out in the night, out in the fog, and the industrialization of the human heart. And you're alchemizing this, and you're healing it. You're working like totally in divine energy here. You're really like heralding in a new earth. I would, like, this is the kind of reading I would feel like I would get from Aquarius, to be honest. And here it is, but it's you. The Centaur. You're bringing the balance of the animal, the beast within humanity, allowing it to live again, to live on the edge of the cliff like that, to feel alive, surrounded by the possibility of the, like, it's not really psychotic. It's like being pushed to a point of survival, maybe on some level in life. Wow. I don't know what to do here. This is like heralding in a new earth. Perhaps the dawn of Aquarius with the Aquarian card. I think that's still about 100 years away for it to physically happen in the astrological charts. But heralding in a new earth. And this is healing the mechanized, industrialized human heart. So what is that? Well, that's not easy. I've been watching some interesting programs on Netflix. And I just find there's so many psychopaths out there. I'm really watching some weird shit. Because I want to try to understand some of the deeper parts of humanity and the human mind. And I've been watching about the Unabomber. And God, that guy was an arrogant ass. But God, he was so intelligent. And one of the things I've really started to notice about like individuals like that, they have so much like intellect, but they have so little emotional development. Like none. And if they have any, it's gone backwards. So like, I'm just thinking, this is so weird because it's reminding me, if you go watch about him, like some of the things he talks about, like being really upset at where he sees, you know, industry going and just a society. But he's so arrogant about it. He thinks he's better than everyone else. And I mean, that's what can happen when you have the intelligence to see what's not working. And you think, well, everyone else is a fool because they're following it, you know. And it's the same thing with people that get up on all these, what are they called? Different theories about different things that are happening. It's moving beyond the intellect and recognizing everybody as human and not being an asshole. Really, that's what that is. Because most of these people are carrying heavy burdens. It's seeing humanity within yourself and everyone else around you, even those that seem to be perpetuating this. And a lot of people cannot do that. Most, actually, people can't do that. They have to blame someone. They have to blame something. You've gone beyond. That's what you've done here. You're not blaming anybody at this point. At least it looks like that on here. You've risen above it. You've allowed it to be what it is. And you've showed yourself to be what you are. And you really have tamed the devil. And you've taken the sickle out of the hands of the Grim Reaper. Wow. So, I was going to clarify the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. Look at that. The mind and the heart. I told you. The mind and the heart. There. This energy right here is exactly, what the hell was his name now? I don't remember. The Unabomber. It's not worth knowing his name. I'm sorry. It's not. He was a coward. Anyways, that's my opinion. So, but he's on his journey. He's fixing shit in this next life. But look at, this is what it can be missing in this. You have to have both. So it's, you know, you talk about the Three of Swords. It's the mind and the heart not coming together. It's healing that pathway. It's making the heart feel real again. It's making the heart feel real again. But in doing that, there has to be some level of ego that needs to be dissipated. So the Ten of Wands, these heavy burdens, this is part of the alchemization that you're doing. These heavy burdens, the Four of Wands. But you have the Four of Wands in the present. What does this symbolize, really? What is the symbol of this celebration? Oh, but that's what you're doing. You're eliminating what doesn't need to be there. Because if you remove 6 of these, then you have your 4. You have the celebration. And people can come together. So, Saggy, you stand there with your temperance energy, harnessing in the energy of Aquarius. It's what it feels like. You're harnessing in the energy of Aquarius. But not, I don't mean like people who are walking around Earth with the Aquarian sun sign, that, you know, you're working with them. You might be. But this is more about like heralding in the new Earth here. So temperance. Temperance. It's not easy. You're taking a great sacrifice in this. Wow, are you ever? The 9 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, the Tower, and the Death card. Been there, done that. It's okay to do it again. Look at that. Like when you get to this point, you realize there needs to be a change in this. I need to shake shit up. I need to bring in major endings. If the universe ain't going to do it and the people around me, I'm going to make a change. Wow. I don't even know. You just never know what you're going to walk into when you do these, and you got the Magician at the bottom. Think if there's anything else here. You know, it'd be intriguing to know exactly how you managed to defeat the devil. It's to me, it's taking toxic, imprisoning, heavy, defeating, psychological, manipulative energy that can be associated with masculine, with yang, with a lot of what our world is. Defeating that mother and allowing it to come out on the other side in its real power. That's the trick here. Something else you see that's difficult to happen here on Earth, where something is suppressed and it can come up without suppressing anything else and still be in its power. There's often always a, I'm suppressed, I need to come up and suppress something till we can get a balance, but you hit it almost immediately. Because there can also be a struggling with shame and guilt if you're in some way associated with something that could be suppressive. But allowing that energy to dissipate so quickly, because those energies are still the devil. How did you do that? The devil and the King of Pentacles. What are you going to tell me? In your dreams, in your sleep? No. The 7 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. 7 of Cups is about having choices and confusion. It's a little bit like you do what you do, and then you allow energies or people around you to make their own choices and do their own healing. But you give the space for that to happen. You give the space for that to happen. That's interesting. Knowing that at some point the right choice will be made. Maybe not the first time or the second time or the third, or perhaps maybe yes. Wow. You have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups on the bottom of both decks right now. To me, that's sort of like utopia, if you could create it. If you could have all of the physical attributes of success and happiness, but it's real. It really is emotional fulfillment and physical fulfillment. Oh, wow. Sagittarius. Aren't you one to surprise? What have you been doing? You've been sitting quietly in my zodiac readings, but wow, you really came through in this one. Okay. I'm going to go do the extended, and I'm going to see what else I can pull out. Actually, I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to pull out cards and see where this goes. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Please continue your good works. It's wonderful. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.